depending upon the car per case, it will be depending upon the CC up to how much liter, okay, and the driver your allowance also.
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually we have to always follow Government of India
Yes,
income tax website for the latest information, and
Okay.
accordingly SAP will be either
Yes,
releasing a note. Otherwise, sometimes SAP says also depending upon your
Okay.
referring those documents, you can update whatever the calculations all the nearest, because you already know the table,
Okay.
right? Which tables need to be updated. Okay, so only those tables needs to be updated. Okay, and then it will be reflected in your calculations of your payroll, whatever the perquisite exemptions, whatever you're having. Okay,
Oh,
these are all statutory
Sir,
needs.
once.
Okay.
Yes. Any question,
Yeah. Okay.
Lakshmi? Any question you have?
I think she is saying, yeah, she's trying to say your voice is not audible, but
Oh, okay. Actually, from my and
this document.
okay, great. So you have in the company transport, then you try to execute the simulations. Did you get anything?
Yes.
In case of a company car, company transport, I think you have maintained company transport.
Actually, this is
No, you should have run the payroll after maintaining each and every
here.
step. Okay. So there are varieties of
Here.
options, conveyance types are there, right? You know, 583.
Yeah, here I may clearly maintain.
Company transport, and you after this
Company
you have
transport, here I maintain company transport.
You do not
Yes.
have to maintain
This is a basic pay.
restricted period. Do not make it restricted. Like I think you can maintain. You maintain till 10th of April. Any reason for that?
Okay.
1st April to 10th of April.
10th of April means.
Just go up.
Yeah, because lastly I have maintained house rent relevance.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so anyway.
Last. Yeah. That's the reason it's taken like this.
It can be also a scenario like
This
you
is
have
the results
employee
of simulation payroll.
Yes. So accordingly, you received your waste types have been generated simulations. Okay, great.
Yeah, 3C3 convey amount is 3,000 here.
3,000. So how much you have maintained?
3,000, sir.
Okay, great.
I maintained 3,000.
So accordingly, that is for you. Now you can you got
3,000 here.
Like you have maintained these things. This is the amount you'll be getting. Okay, and accordingly, the slash 3C4 have been also calculated. Okay, if you can see. Okay, so yeah, then COCS employer maintained. Okay, so
Employer maintained.
Okay, so if your understanding is valid,
15,000 I maintained.
What I will recommend for each and every steps whatever you are taking. Okay, so you can mention your in a 1 line or 2 line what you understood by this. You can mention. Okay, so yeah, that is fine.
Oh, for the explanation part.
The explanation part, because many times what I have seen from my pages, people generally forget after 6 months or 1 year. Okay. But what is your inference from this simulation? Okay. After running the payroll simulation, what you understood, you write in your own language. Okay, so that you will be able to understand in future. Okay, so at present your understanding is fine. Okay, so like this is, you can write down like if you are maintaining this, then this is my your per calculation, or this is the waste type has been generated specifically after maintaining this. If you are maintaining only own car or only own vehicle or company car, then this waste type specifically it will be generated. Okay, so that you will be getting a better picture whenever you will be in the future if you are making this seeing these nodes. Okay, that's great. Now,
I got, yes sir, I got your point, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So that is always better. Even I do that. Lakshmi, any question you have?
The amounts section we are not understand. I'm not understand, sir. What we give amounts, they are not appeared those ones.
Yeah. So you are talking about
when
and yes, sir. /4 4E3. appear, but amount is different.
Yes. So slash 43, what is the, how to check this? How slash 43 has,
Exception.
which table you have to go? Go to SM30, I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
/4.
D underscore 512 W underscore D. Go to that table.
Car exception. Annual car exception, I think.
So maintain. Where I need to click? Maintain, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just click that tick box and you go to slash 43. Okay.
/4.
Click position, click
Okay.
position, click position. Yeah. Slash 43, go there.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Slash
Yes, sir.
43. Tick
Yes.
that.
Information button, sir. Click the information button.
Yes, yes. So conveys annual exemptions. Yeah. So this is the process
There
how
is
you will be
no
No
understanding.
documentation.
Suppose if you have any doubt. Okay, I think for this we do not have any documentation. Okay. So anyway, I will be just
Okay.
checking it. If at my end, if something is there, I will be sharing with you just in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
You can just mention that. Okay. This is a task for me. Okay, I will be
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now we can go back
Okay. Okay.
to PA30.
PA30. Okay, sir.
PA30.
And go to the employee and maintain info type. We'll go to the next info type, which is 584.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click
Income from others.
if anything is there, or you can create a new one. If nothing is there, you can create a new one.
I need to create new one.
Yeah.
I've wrongly.
No problem. So info type 584 is all about income from other sources. If the employee is having any income from other sources other than his salary, okay, so then he has to declare it here. Okay, so like it can be he's having a house property.
Business.
Okay, so if he's having some house property or he has given some rent, okay, so there are two things. One is house property. Second one is other sources. Okay, so other sources, it can be like you won a lottery. Okay, so you got some, you went to KBC and you won 1 crore. Okay, so that is income from other sources, right? Okay, so then
like business,
Yes,
self-employment.
yes, it can be sales or anything outside your salary. Okay, outside of your regular payment you are getting. That is the second one. The first one is house property. Okay, so you just go to the first one.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So again, the house property, again, there are again, you will be getting options there. So here again, you will be getting 3 types. Okay, one is a self-occupied, second one is partly let out, third one is fully let out. So what are the meaning of this? So self-occupied means this is your only you occupied the same, but you only self-occupied. And partly let out means suppose you are having a 3 BHK, and out of that you are staying in 1 BHK and 2 BHK, 2 persons, you have given rent to some other persons. Okay, so that is the thing. And the third one is fully let out house property means you have completely given rent. Okay, so again, I will just telling you again, wholly let out house property means the house is let out during the complete year, okay, or entire year, okay. And partly let out house property means the house is let out during any part of the year, okay. And self-occupied means for this type of house property, no income is received during the financial year. Okay, suppose you're choosing the first one, that means you're not you're not, just like you're having own house, you are not eligible for any kind of exemptions. In the 581 we have seen, very similar to that.
Okay.
Okay, then other than that, so after understand this 3 is clear, right? Self-occupied. Otherwise, you can put an F1 help there, as we have mentioned there last time. Click F1 on
Okay.
self-occupied or
Not that one.
So no, I think you have selected the other button. So this one we'll be discussing later on. Okay. So yeah, just click F1 there. I think there is no such help. Yeah, there is a here. So basically, your wholly let out property is actually for the house is let out during the complete year. Okay. So for the entire financial year, that house is let out. Means for the yes. And the partly let out property is actually for any part of the year. Okay. And self-occupied means there will be no income is received during the financial year. Okay, this is the meaning of these 3 types of self-occupant field. Okay. Now the deductions part, just to close it.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So there is something called deductions, details, interest under, there is something called deduction under section 24. Okay. So whatever the amount you are maintaining here, okay.
Okay.
So basically, there is something called finally lettable value. Okay. And so from that, okay, what system will do, whatever the deduction interest you are, means whatever the interest under section 24 you are having, okay, if the house is rented out, okay, system will check this value. Okay. Other than this, there is another constant. Go to another table, the P511K.
EP11K.
Constant.
And in that, you go to the constant.
Yes, sir.
REP24.
REP24.
Yeah. So any kind of house repairing is also happening. Okay. In case of repair, also that you can get an exemptions on this. Okay. So 30%. So here is 30 means 30%. Okay. So the value, whenever in case of a repair, house repair is happening, the value of the deduction, whatever the deduction value under section 24 can't exceed 30% of your lettable values. Suppose your total lettable value is say 1 lakh. Okay. So in that case, maximum 30,000 you can, it will go up to that exemption. Okay. This is the value is maintained here. Okay. And other than this, so for every year, the calculation at present it is 2 lakh, I believe. Previously it was different. Now just go back to the 584 again. Yeah, so now from
There you have 2 lakhs.
from here only, otherwise go to LNS 01, LNS. So in this only go to LNS 01. Yeah, so click position.
Position.
Come down, click position. Basically house interest also, right? Suppose you are any kind of interest, housing loan interest also you're having, and you've taken loans. Okay. And click position. Okay, click tick that.
Which one?
Just go to the table which I am talking about.
Please no.
511K. V underscore P511K.
Yeah. this is the case. There is no option is there.
Click position. Click position.
Yes, sir. So LNS 01, sir.
LNS. Yes. It's not there. Strange.
01.
01. Yes.
If there is no option there.
Okay. Just a minute. LNS 01 is not there. LNS maximum number of allowance. So basically, your this last 30
/3.
okay series. Okay, so this will be your series for your income from other sources. Okay, so you'll be getting 301, 302, 303, 304, 305. This entire series you'll be getting. Okay, and the accumulation, the any other income, that will be another wage type called /131. Okay, these things you have to experiment and you have to test it and let me know in the next session. Maybe it will take some time. Maybe in the next week you can also tell me. Now there is a function called INIOS, which I will tell you to explore. Okay, INIOS. So you have to go to P03 and you have to explore it. Okay. Other than that, another task I will be giving you. Just to now go to you try to save it and go to another in this 584 only. Just try to save it and go for another employee.
Save it first.
Do not try same employee. For another employee, we will be checking the income from other sources by choosing the other subtype.
Option. Okay.
Okay.
So there are two things, right? We have seen one is the housing option. Second one was the other income. So now you'll be getting an idea like what are the options are there for other income.
Other option. Okay.
Income from other sources. What are the possible values are there? Okay. I think for loan type we have not configured. Okay, so that configuration part I will be telling you in the next session. You can otherwise you can skip it and go
As
to.
same like yes, sir. As same like core, we can able to configuration this
Yes, that's
in Indian payroll.
are there. We have to do that. Okay. Just today I'm just explaining the front end part. What are the things you have to take care. Now you go to the info type 584 second option.
Okay.
You just go to 0002.
So
You can try other employee because we have not saved it. Otherwise, it is fine.
okay, I'm going to another employee.
Yeah. But try to save it and run the
Which one's in 84? For another employee.
584 subtype is different. Choose the second subtype. 0002.
Okay. Sorry.
No, subtype. Go back again. So in the drop down value, you have chosen 1, right? Now you choose 2.
Yes.
Sir, is there for this info type waste type model?
Waste type model I'll be telling you. Okay, so there are for loans we have technical waste types. I have already yes, there is a waste type for a gift. Okay, MGI0. Like suppose you got a gift. Okay, so there is something waste type MGI0, and also there is another thing called MSG.
Gift income. MGI is your gift income.
Gift income, yeah.
Gift income.
So now you can see here we have a lot of options. Suppose you have income from other sources. You were asking, right? What are the possible things? So here it can be business profit, okay, or it can be income from interest. Okay, so you are having house interest or any TDS and other income. Okay, and these are the different LTCZ, STCZ. Okay, so what are these things? So it can be like, suppose you are having some SIP, okay, systematic investment plan, or some kind of investment, and from that you are getting some gain. Okay, so those benefits. Okay, whether it can be normal rate or it can be special rate or any kind of short-term capital gain you received. Okay, so those things actually you will be maintaining here. Okay, if the employee have would like to declare anything directly. Okay, otherwise outside things, if during a tax declaration he can do, but if he is declaring in the system, in the same form 16, these things will be reflected. He doesn't have to do it manually outside. So if he is declaring, it's well and good. I have seen most of the people, they do not do it generally. Okay, but it is always best practices to declare all these things in this info type. Then so that it will be the tax calculation, everything will be very smooth. Okay. So this is the point where exactly you can go to detail. Just click an F1. Any of this thing, anything is a detail I have been written here.
Okay.
Click F1 help. So you can see it is not detailed explained. It says indicates income earned from the profits in the business or in the profession outside the organization. Okay. So if the employee is having such thing, that he can declare in the 584. Okay. Okay. So with this understanding, okay, so now I will take you to the function. There are two functions. Similarly, you can go to IN P0584. That is a task for you, which you will be taking, looking into, like P0583 only. Okay. So I'll just make a note of it. What are the functions you have to visit? But we will be seeing only one function today. Go to PE04. IN IOS. So
IOS.
how will we be understanding this? Just click enter.
Display.
IN IOS, and yeah,
So,
just
I button, sir.
go to input parameter. Yeah, you can go to documentation as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So very detailed way, which I was telling you, right? Okay. So for each and every function, you can see they have a very nicely explained here. Okay. And to remember this, IN IOS, IN starts for India, and IOS means income from other sources. Okay. In this way, you can remember it. Okay. And the interesting part here is the example. Okay. The procedure part, which I have already explained. Okay. It is explained like it will generate the /3O series, right?
30%.
I told you. Okay. Waste is whatever the create will be created, it will be from the /3O series. And this is fine. You will be reading it. Now just go to the example. Okay. So what does the example say? So which I was saying you, if you are having a self-occupied home, you are having a rented home. Okay, what it will happen? Okay. Similarly, so this is a calculation process. It has been explained here. Okay. So and also it is given a reference. Okay, so this details you have to go through, which I have explained, and also it is given a reference to another. Just now go back, click go back. We will be seeing this input parameter and the output parameter for this function. Just click input parameter.
Okay.
So what are those input parameter? You will be seeing here. You will be having an input as IT and iOS. Yes. So IT and iOS, this will be your input, and your out. Now go back to the output. Output will be your /3O series. This is IT. So inside the, whenever you're processing the payroll, in that you will be able to observe that the /3O series. Okay, 301, 302, 303, whatever is applicable for that, then you will be getting those things in your payroll log. Okay, so this is clear. IN iOS function.
Yes, sir. So yes.
Yeah. So now you can go to INS24 in the same thing here. INS24. S24. So what is this? So again, you just click the information button there. So in the 584, I discussed also there is a section called section 24. Okay, where exactly you have to maintain those values. Okay, And how this calculation will happen, okay? So inside the payroll function, it mentions there is something called section 24. And if you have taken any property, house property data, income deduction, and maintained in 584, and company loans data, okay? So it will be maintained. And also there is a table they have clearly mentioned here where exactly it is configured. Now you can go to SM30 and open this table B_T7INJ1. Just copy that B_T7INJ1. You can copy from here, Control Y and copy B_T7INJ1. You can copy it from here, and SM30.
Yes, sir. Maintain.
So if you go here nothing has been maintained.
Yes.
For that reason, the configuration is missing. You can click new entry and you can, okay, so the waste type,
Type section.
yeah. So you can, for this section 24, okay, so 584, you can just click new entries. Okay. So in the
Yes, sir.
type, you select anything is there, just click that. Loan type. So here I believe you will be getting, so the table which we have seen, right, that was a wrong table previously we have seen. Okay, so this is the table, just scroll down. Okay.
Oh.
Is there any M series loan? Just scroll down.
Scroll down.
So there are many options here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So people have, I think people have created all of these things. Just scroll down. If there's the M series, I will tell you. Just scroll down.
M series.
Commercial. Yes.
No. Come down.
M series commercial from loan. The option.
Commercial farm loans is different. Okay, that we are not going to use it. Personal loan, commercial loans. Okay, these other things are there. Okay, education, student loan. Okay, just scroll up. Okay, so you can create your anyway. So we have to revisit this waste type. Sorry, the subtype here. Basically, these are not waste type. Here are basically subtypes in this. You can choose any of these things. Housing loan also you can choose. Somebody has already created it. You can choose that. Then we will be seeing. We'll be testing it. Okay. Pick that. Okay. Then so you can check that section 24, and this is our interest. Okay, then you can also check that one. Now you can save it. Okay. So this is actually whatever the loans is applicable, those loan type you can maintain in this table. Okay. So these waste types you must have configured accordingly, and this is how this will be calculated. Okay. So now we go back to the original function, INS24. INS24, you go back. Yeah, go back again.
Yes.
Okay. So the details always you can read it from here and click that output parameter. Click that output parameter. So you'll be seeing here in the output parameter, you will be having 3 values. Ideally, it is IT here, but in the IT you'll be getting /308, 309, and 30P. Okay, P. Okay, so those details you'll be finding. Okay, then you will now go back again.
Go back.
Okay.
Click that so query used list. That 3 outward arrow. Yeah. So now you can find out, go to user defined schema and show me where exactly this is placed. Go to your schema and show me inside where exactly this is placed. So this is very important to understand whenever you can, you're processing the payroll, in the schema where exactly this is placed. Just Control F and try to search it.
What is the
Control F.
INS24.
what is the function name, sir?
Yes,
INS24.
INS24.
Okay.
Again, iOS.
INS24 or INIOS also you can try. INS24.
S24.
Got it? INS24. Okay, so what does it say? Section 824 deductions. Okay, and INS24 it is fine. Okay, so this is this where exactly it is placed. Okay, so it is before your car schemes. Okay, so now you search for the other one whether it will be coming here or not. INCCO. Sorry,
INS iOS,
sorry,
right?
INIOS, yes, INIOS. How to see it?
There is no function.
Any guess why it is not here?
iOS, there is no function is available in this. Yes, it's available.
Is there?
Here,
Okay. So here you can see it is coming before gratuity and after section 80 deductions. Okay. So in this way also, like you can don't need to remember, just for an understanding. So what is the flow? Okay. Whenever you're running the payroll, how these things are actually processed. Okay. That is just for understanding. So now just to summarize what we have seen today. So for regarding this input type 584, we try to understand what are the values options we do have at the user end. Okay, like 584 we have seen the income from house property, and second one is your income from other sources. Okay, so again in the income from housing property, it can be self-occupied partly or it can be wholly let out property. Okay, and in case it is a wholly let out property, so that is means entirely for the entire for that complete year the house is let out, and partly means it's any part of the year it is let out, and the self-occupied means you will not be getting any benefit. Okay, just for your information, this is that means you are occupying in your own home, self-occupied. Okay.
Own way. Oh, that's okay.
Yes, yes. So that is the first one. Second one is income from other sources. It can be from business profit. It can be some TDS from other income. It can be long-term capital gain or short-term capital gain. Okay. So those values, if the employee is declaring, then it will be considered during the payroll processing and the income tax. Okay. So towards the end, we have seen two functions today for this under info type 584, which is the P0584, and which will be generating your iOS, that is the table, and it will be act as an input for the INIOS. Okay, so this INIOS function will be actually taking the input and iOS, which is generated from your 584 P0584 functions. Then it will generate a series of /30 series secondary waste types, okay, which is a task for you to check it, to test it in the system. And towards the end, we have seen the configuration part, which is basically how the section 24 related deductions can be from the loan type, which you can configure. From that, just simply have to check those drop down and those values you can be derived. And also we have seen the function INS24 in detail. Okay, and in that we have so with this, we almost completed 584, but there are certain configurations. So the way I have just mentioned the table and all these things here. Okay, so there are specific SPRO nodes as well. Okay, I think Shrikant, you have for car and conveyance, you have mentioned those SPRO nodes. I have seen in the document. That is very good. Okay, so for this also you can maintain, like you can go to SPRO and you will be finding this as a nearby SPRO nodes only. You will be finding for this. Okay, just identify those things. And tomorrow, if you are having 8 to 8, I will be taking a small recap session. Okay, tomorrow morning session will not be that much. Okay, so I'll be having whatever we have covered till now. I will just have a quick session on that. And in the evening, as usual, we'll be having 8 p.m. onwards, 8:30 p.m. onwards. Okay. Any questions before we wind up?
From my end, no, sir. No.